Athletes with Hunger.
Hello there, team. Guys, thank you and welcome to Athletes with Hunger. New chapter, guys. Today we start with this new project. I hope you like it, guys. And today I'm with a big, let's say, influence on my training and big inspiration for me, and not just for me, if not for our community here at F45 Harrisville. With me, Pat Gibson. Yes, guys, if you don't know him, you will know with this podcast. This is the purpose, but he's quite famous over here. He used to play rugby, and well, I'll let you to hear from him. So tell me, Pat, tell me a little bit about you, my friend. How are you? How you feel?
Good. Yeah, feeling good, like training good. Been doing the Hyrox with our community for like just on 2 years, I think, when Sydney comes about. So really enjoying it. It's good fun. I've trained at F45 for about 7, 8, 9 years.
Oh wow!
So yeah, the Hyrox has been great. Really enjoyed that.
Awesome, my friend. Awesome. Okay, as I said before, your background or sport background is the rugby. Am I right?
Yeah.
So how you start with that? Tell us a little bit more about that. Is that possible?
So yeah, like I grew up in a small country town in the Central West called Manildra. 500 people. Rugby league was the only sport we knew. I was the youngest of 6 kids, 4 brothers and a sister. Fell in love, like the family loved rugby league, and I started playing when I was 6, and that was always my dream, to move to Sydney one day to play, hopefully. And yeah, played at home for 6 years, and then I went to boarding school for a few years, and then at boarding school I made some rep teams, made New South Wales Catholics in the 15s and the Australian side in the 15s, and then got signed to go down and play at Illawarra when I was 16, 17.
Nice, wow, very young.
Yep.
Basically, that's the sport, the rules here in Australia, right? Rugby. So, tell me, do you think that this sport, or particular rugby, brings you that? Because over here, you the way you do is like a team player. Make sense? So you help everyone. I've noticed that, and you motivate everyone, and that's great, man. It's hard to find a person or someone to actually bring that help or that leadership, and I believe that comes from my sports background, because that's what sports sometimes do. But I want to hear, or I want to know you. What do you think about that? Do you think sports bring that leadership, or how you become that kind of team player?
Yeah, absolutely, through sport. Like, I mean, I think like team sports is one of the most important things to do for like nearly every kid, you know. Obviously everyone might not be sporty, but I think being involved in a sporting team, like, it teaches you how to win, it teaches you how to lose, it teaches you how to deal with injury, with setbacks. Like, you're in a team environment, you got to learn to listen to the coach. Like, you know, as I said, rugby league and football was my family's life and my life, and it just taught me so much about myself and about others, and being in different team environments, being coached by different people, and yeah, it's I love it.
Yeah, man. Look, I listen to you and it makes me happy, because my sport background, let's say like that too, is soccer.
Yeah.
I used to play back home soccer, and that's one of the things, man. I believe they build a top of community. You know, it's not just the players; it's the family players and this and that, right? But also you learn how to play with others, make sense, and not be selfish and stuff like that. So that's why for me it's very important in sports. The kids grow with practicing sports, you know, even if in the future maybe they are not good for it, but it teaches that, like, play as a team. The other thing I like from sports is like learn not just to win, even not to lose, because sometimes it's very important, and that's what I try to teach my kids, because sometimes of course we put a pressure on our kids or on ourselves to win, but you can't always win, right? And the problem becomes when you don't know how to lose, when you start getting anger and you blame others. I think we have to learn and we have to communicate also that to our kids or to our team. Like, we did our best, but how you teach someone, not teach, like, because I don't know if it's the correct question, but when you lose, how you take that and how you help others to deal with it?
Yeah, I think I know exactly what you're saying. You have to learn to lose, and like I say, you know, there's a lot of things around competitive sport and uncompetitive sport for kids, because a lot of people are too competitive, and that's not healthy, trying to win at all costs. But it's really important, I believe, to try to win, and you try and compete, but then it's just as important when you try to win and your whole team tries to win, and then when you get beat, that you're very humble and you go and shake hands and you accept losing. Because I think trying to win, or it's about trying to be better, but then it's accepting the result and embracing the opposition. And yeah, it's a tricky one to answer, but yeah, I definitely think trying to win and getting out there and performing to your best is so good and helpful for kids, because like 50% of the time you actually lose and 50% of the time you win. And the losing is probably more important for you than the winning, because everyone loves to win, but in life you lose about half the time in most things. So you got to learn to deal with that. And
it's true, man, because I think the only thing, you know what they say, and everyone, like especially athletes, if the only thing you can win from a lose, let's say like that, or win from a lose, is to learn where maybe you fail at that point. Makes sense? Let's talk about Hyrox a little bit. Let's say you didn't beat your time because maybe the wobbles was the hardest.
Yeah.
So you learn from it and you try to become better on that particular movement, right? And then next race, obviously you prepared, you train for it, and you notice that you improve on that. I think when you lose, you have to learn that where you fail to try to get better, and that's why I say it's a win as well. Make sense?
Totally.
That's the way I take it sometimes, but that's what I try to communicate to my kids as well, and to my clients and to my people that's around me. Like, yeah, okay, we lose, no problem, but you did your best. If you did your best, it's all right. Now let's check it out why we didn't get the results we're looking for, why we can get better, and then try to get better on it. That's my opinion, and that's what I try to communicate to my clients, and again to the people that's around me. That happened to me in Brisbane, man. Like, actually, I couldn't get my time in Hyrox, and it feels frustrating. I don't know if it happened to you as well in some stage of the races, but at the same time you have to understand there is a reason and try to learn from it. But I will touch that later on in another podcast. Let's focus on you, my friend. Okay, so far, I have more questions for you. I have it here for me. Yeah. Okay, so what do you take from, let's back to a little bit on rugby. What do you take from that sport? What teach you? And what is still with you?
I think definitely to compete. You know, to work hard and to compete individually, but then to compete as a group, as a team. We all know, like, when you're in a successful team or a happy team and you're going really well, that's a really good feeling. And then when you're not and you're getting beat most of the time and it's not a happy, that's not a good feeling. And like everybody, I've had both. And yeah, I think it's just more the competition of competing at training, competing in games, and being part of a community. I think that's the massive thing as well, like for your particular team, but also for the club that you represent. Yeah, it's no different to sort of, you know, the gym that you represent or the town or your school. It's all very similar. Like it's a community, and it's like, you know, representing the community.
Yeah, man, because I believe here is when it brings all the proud, let's say athletes proud, when you're doing this not just for you. If not, let's say sometimes, man, and for those athletes that doing any kind of competition, they will understand this. Like, sometimes you energy is gone and you smash, but then you hear these people cheering you up, or you remember the people is behind you and believing in you, and believe me, that gives you that extra boost of energy, makes sense, and then makes a difference. Like, that's why I like this, man. In particular Hyrox, and now we become part of the Hyrox. when you are in that race and you hear your people cheering you up or the supporters over there, man, of course you are focused on the race, but sometimes, again, for me, when I feel like it's almost, when I feel like dying, I look up, I like to do that because then I see my people around and that give me that energy. And it's amazing, But yeah, man, it's great. That's why I want you to be the first on the podcast, because you have that, like, that team player spirit and that also leadership. Because I don't know if you noticed, but the inspiration you bring to the studio is amazing, my friend. And everyone relates on you, like they listen to you when you give some tips on how to do the things, and that's amazing, man. I just want to put that in there because you have to hear it. All right, let's go with the next one. Okay, so there is any particular reason why you stopped playing rugby? Any injury or just?
Basically because didn't get another contract. It's quite competitive. I wasn't super skillful. I wasn't blessed with a lot of exceptional talent. Like, with most sports, like it's size and speed that you have to have. And I didn't really have either of them. And to be honest, as I got older, I wasn't as disciplined as I should have been to give myself every chance. It gets quite competitive. You're in your early 20s. You go astray.
But you're very disciplined, man.
Now I am, yeah. 20 years later, if I was this disciplined 25 years ago, I could never have been elite, but potentially a fraction better than I was.
It's tough.
But it's competitive. It's just like all sport at the top level. It's a lifelong dream to get there, but then when you get there, you never know if you're going to get picked the next week, and it's quite stressful because it becomes your job and everything, where it's just something that you've done your whole life, and it's so much fun, and then it becomes your job, and it becomes stressful, and it's competitive, and it's a real emotional roller coaster at that level.
Yeah, of course. I understand. Like, I'm asking you because obviously I'm from Mexico. We don't practice rugby at all, I believe, in Mexico, called Cuba Run. In Mexico it's more like about soccer, and of course in Mexico it's a lot of people, right?
Yeah.
It's very hard to get opportunities, and when the opportunities comes, unfortunately sometimes comes on other things, people with a little bit more money and this and that, and unfortunately it works like that on football. But over here, obviously I know rugby is tough, man, but I didn't know how hard it was to become actually a top athlete in that.
There's one thing I'll say about rugby league, and which I love. I think no matter where you are, you can get found. Like, you can be at the back of Burke, like in country New South Wales, and if you're good enough, you can get an opportunity, which is wonderful. I hear a lot about soccer, even in Australia, about academies and money and politics, and people get better opportunity than others, and I know in a lot of sports that may happen, but I can't say 100% in rugby league, but I just know, like, being from country New South Wales, and I believe most talented kids fortunately get an opportunity to go and express themselves.
That's really good to hear, man.
And
that's how it should be. Like,
it should be, yeah.
Yeah, because, man, as we were kids, and you say before, you dream to become a professional and playing, but you don't even dream about the money. You dream just to be there representing, right?
Yeah.
And that's where kids in most of the sports they do. They dream to become a good player, playing their favorite team in World Cup, whatever. They don't see money, but then when you, unfortunately, in this, it's a business, and then it's unlucky. Yeah. But man, just I want to hear. Of course. But life brings other opportunities, and now you're representing us. You have a good profession. You have all maybe not what you were expecting in rugby, but I believe bring another opportunity. Life bring you another opportunity. So it's for X or Y reason happen things sometimes, and that's what I believe. But let me ask you one more thing about rugby. Let me have it down here. Okay. This is not about rugby. This is more about now what we do, right?
Yep.
So, you say you've been doing Hyrox for the past 2 years now.
Yeah,
right?
about 2.5. I think we started training. Yeah, something like that.
How that happened? How you found out about Hyrox, or how you did your first race?
I can't even remember. It was just some people at the gym at when we were back at Blakehurst, and someone said something about Hyrox. Like, one of our gym crew or someone outside the gym crew called the gym crew, and then we mentioned it, I think, to Jimmy, and then we just sort of started training for it. We didn't know what we were doing. We knew we had to run and do the stations, and when you looked at Hyrox, it's quite basic, the movements. It didn't seem complex. Obviously, probably didn't realise how hard it was to run and do the movements, but
because it's still here. Like even you see the stations, and it's like like you don't know.
And to be honest, I think that's a really appealing thing. Like, you know, I remember watching the podcast about the people who invented Hyrox, and they said they want to cater for mums with 3 kids, and like absolutely, you know, you can be 50, 60, or 70 and do all the stations and the runs. It's hard, but that's the thing I love about it. Like, it's quite simple, but it's quite demanding. But everyone gets an opportunity. Like you can do it in 52 minutes for the absolute elites, but you can do it in 2 hours and 52 minutes too, which is probably more inspirational because of age or you know, disabilities or whatever.
That's what I was talking in the first episode, guys. Like that's what I like love from Hyrox. Like, yeah, it's 8 stations and 1K run between stations, but it sounds easy or simple. But all depends of. Anyone can do it, definitely, like anyone. And that's what I love, because you bring more people to actually start doing exercise, preparing for it, and get inspired. That's why it's a huge movement right now, and that's what we're looking for. Me as a trainer, as a coach, or I want to motivate people to become healthy through the exercise, right? And that's what Hyrox is bringing. And I mentioned in the first chapter, when you start becoming more serious, of course, let's say you do it for the first time, you will notice how hard it is, first of all. And then you did 2 hours, let's say that your first one. But then you start thinking, man, I can do better. And then when you start training and you get more involved, it's amazing. That's what I love Hyrox. But then you did by yourself, or you did with someone else the first race? Do you remember?
No, the first one I just did a single open.
How you feel with that?
Pretty good, to be honest. I think I did just over 70 minutes.
Wow.
I had like a calf injury going into it.
Wow.
But
you're still doing good time with that.
I was quite like prepared, I think, and had done not really a Hyrox specific, but like, you know, a lot of the stations and I'd ran. So it was good. Like I was a bit hooked from the start.
Nice.
And we also, at our first event, we did a mixed relay as well, and we just went with some friends, and we somehow won, and we couldn't believe it. The
flags you see here, guys, this is St. Patrick flags. So the first one over there wasn't Sydney, actually.
But what happened, we were sitting at the pub after having a drink, and someone said, check up our score, and then like, we didn't know there was an over 40 age group and under 40 age group, and then someone said, look, we're first. I said, no, we can't be. We kept clicking, and that was such a spin out, because we're just a group of friends at the gym who just wanted to go and do it together and had no expectations.
But that reflects because believe me, I know Pat and his crew, and they always give 100% in every single session. And that reflects how committed they are, not just because they didn't know about Hyrox, right? Let's say that they did the first race not expecting win at all, like just to try it, right? But because of that, they reflect the training they've been doing, because believe me, it's not easy. Even relay guys, like, it sounds easy doing just 2 exercises each,
it's very intense.
But exactly, like, believe me, it's more intense than what you do when you're doing by yourself.
That's correct.
So that reflects the hard training. Actually, Patrick, competing, not competing, he always trained 100%, and that's one of the things, man, I admire from you, because that's how it's supposed to be, guys. Like, when you're training, of course, you have to have a good, let's say, why you're training, why you're doing this, and that will drive you to actually push hard for it. If it's only for your health, guys, health is the more important thing you can actually focus on, and that's why it's important to find what to do. If the gym doesn't motivate you enough, find a competition, find something that they actually give you that line time, and it's okay, I have to get ready for these competitions in 3 months, and that will drive you and get ready for it. Patrick by then didn't have any, but he trains every day 100%, guys. I highly recommend that. Okay, so tell me, well, you mentioned you love Hyrox because it's everyone can do, and it's quite simple the structure, but one of the things I like from Hyrox, is the structure. It doesn't change, but I love that because you can actually progress from it. It's the same structure, same everything, but you can modify if you're training to become and do better time on that. From your first race, till now, how much or how much has been your progress? I don't know if I asked good, but
yeah,
you see your progress?
To be honest, progressed.
Yeah. And time
probably a lot, but it's quite slow, the progression. I think just learning more about training methods, like a big thing for myself. It sounds pretty simple, but I got a run coach, and I just learned I had to do a warm up every time that I ran. I didn't know. I'd get out of the car and I'd just try and run like pretty fast for me, and I'd get injured. And I was like, I thought, oh, why do I keep getting injured? But then I learned, like, you got to do a 15-minute warm up before you run, and I do that religiously. And that's been the biggest game changer for me in my whole Hyrox training, is just warming up correctly and warming down correctly.
We learn from that, right? Like, I think everyone, I don't know, guys, just leave a comment down below, but also it happened to me.
Yeah.
It's totally different than what we used to do before,
yeah.
right? So you have to learn. Man, I used to hate running, and I mentioned before as well. I don't know if you joined running before, but now that we have to do more running. I remember my first run, I couldn't even last for 10, 15 minutes. My wife saw me come back very early, and she's like, what happened? Man, my back, my glutes, everything is gone. But because we don't have that structure, and for me, I thought I still running the same as I used to play football, and we getting. Fortunately, we're getting out, right?
Yeah,
so,
definitely.
But I don't know if it happened to you. How like the running? Do you used to run before because of the rugby, or?
Yeah, I've always enjoyed running, even from a kid. I always ran. Like, I always liked running Ks as a kid, and then as I played footy, you just sort of did the footy training. But I've never had any structure to it. Like, I've never heard of a long, slow run.
Yeah.
I never really heard of intervals. You know, I had no structure. When I ran, I'd just go out and run 30 minutes, 40 minutes as hard as I can, just every time the same thing. I guess like a tempo runish sort of thing, and never did anything different. And the running aspect and the training for it, that's been the biggest change. And also the warm up, the warm down, and also the recovery of just, I had no knowledge of how important recovery was, and I just always thought pushing harder was best. You always push hard, even if you feel like it or don't feel like it. If you don't sleep well, you push through it. But slowly learning, like, if you're not recovered, you know, if your body battery, your HRV is not good, maybe you should have a rest day, and that's also been a game changer. It's like, because you want to just, you've had this whole ethic your whole life to work hard no matter the situation, and I'm learning that now to get better, it's probably about, you got to pull back. Like, hard days are supposed to be hard, but easy days are supposed to be easy. And if you're doing an easy run, it's actually not a disciplined thing to turn it into a hard run. That's a bad thing for your training. But I think we've all done it. You're running and you feel good, and you just want to keep running. So that's the mindset of it. Is it's a lot different than anything I've ever been experienced with.
And that's what another thing I mentioned as well, like the mental thing, right? Because, as you say, you're very competitive. You always,
that's right.
You used to train really hard.
Yep.
And now how you slow down, how you do that. So it's also you have to change the mindset.
It's a shift,
exactly,
in the mind,
right.
and it takes time. You can't just learn it in 5 minutes. I'll do this now, because you've got to where you've got to. Like, I'm about to turn 45, and I still have the same mentality as when I was 6 years old. Like, when you train, you want to train the hardest and the best you can.
Yeah. It's like habits, like a football, food habits as well.
Correct.
It's hard to change when you eat in the same way for 20 years and then change it up in the 1 month. It's quite hard.
Yeah.
It's a process. It's not easy, but also that's the thing. Like, as a coach, I know, and I give these tips to my clients, and sometimes it's like, it's not that hard. You know, you told them it's not that hard, but since I started doing Hyrox, man, I totally understand more of them. You know what I mean?
It's teaching you.
Exactly. They're teaching me, and that's one of the things I like it. Like, when you start doing this now, and you adapt, and you're learning and stuff like that, you notice that it's not easy, and it helped me to understand way better and manage how to help them better. Make sense?
For sure.
Helping myself, helping them.
Yeah.
But it's not easy, guys, and that's very important. Thanks for mentioning. Like, as you're training hard, of course, you're gonna give 100%, but you have to consider your rest days. How you recover. Your body needs that, because you're giving 100%. So you need sauna, ice bath sometimes, so you need massage, you need to just slow down a little bit, and also your mind, you have to slow down. We live in a world where we use pam, right, every time. And then you realize, I don't know, it happened to me recently, I was in a rush, and like, wait a minute, it's my day off, I need to just slow down, even in days off, makes sense? We live in this world where we have to learn to slow down, guys, actually, not just...
Well, it's even things like James Kelly, one of the elites, I remember like listening to something he said, and like, you want to control the things you control, but it's even like, you know, you go to get into bed at 8:30 and I go, should I look at my phone? And I know if I look at my phone, I might lose half an hour on my phone, and then it might take me another half hour to go to sleep. So I've gone up to bed at 8:30, but it might be 9:30. But so it's that choice of like not looking at the phone, because it'll still all be there tomorrow.
Yeah.
And it's a little thing, you don't think it's important, but like I had the self-discipline and you know, probably lucky because my wife lets me, but to go up to bed at 8:30. But if I choose to look at my phone, I've lost that hour, and that might be 45 minutes of extra sleep.
That's the thing I have to learn to do, man. Too.
And it's hard, but like that's, you know, he always says it's not what you do inside the gym, it's what you do outside the gym, and that's something I've found. I've always worked hard inside the gym or at training, but I haven't always worked out outside of that with my recovery, with my hydration, with the right foods, and as you like trying to get better at this, like you sort of have to. It's lifestyle. It's changing that mentality. Like it's not just about what you do in here. It's about working smarter in here, but it's making choices outside of here that actually can.
Yeah, man. I totally understand you, because believe me, I'm the same path as you. Like we're learning through this process of and all thanks, again, I'm not trying to sell anything, but all thanks to what we're doing right now. He's a Hyrox athlete. I consider myself a Hyrox athlete, and as we learn through the process, we've been suffer of all the changes. On how to train better and how to try to recover and sleep. So it's a process of learning, guys, that we been suffer injuries through the process, right? And why this happening? Like I feel very strong, and then you maybe skip 1 or 2 days of rest. Obviously your body is not recovering, so you have to learn through this, and that's why we now are be able to talk to you about this, because we live through these experiences. And yeah, so. Oh,
sorry, just another thing, like I had a train of thought is like, I help some of the gym community with their running as well. Like I'm not super trained, but I just pass on information I get from my run coach, etc. But like, it's like, just say you've got 6 intervals to do. Like usually on the first one, it feels so easy, and the second one feels pretty good. So I tell them all, don't go hard too early, don't go hard too early. And then even some days I go out and I come back and I look, and my first one I've gone too hard. And I have to like admit, like I say, hey, I stuffed up, I went too hard, because it's such a natural thing, because that's like Hyrox when you start. Like everyone says, it doesn't start till you finish station 3, which is the sleds, but it's so easy to go too hard on run 1, 2 or 3 or any of them stations, because you've worked really hard, you're fit, and that's that mental shift as well to your training. If you go down and do 6 intervals, the whole goal of it is to have interval 6 the same as interval 1. And obviously interval 1 and 2 so much easier than it is 4, 5 and 6. So that's a real mentality, and I know when I've helped people, like it's so easy to be critical of what they do, but I know I still, after 2 years and putting a lot into it, I still go and make that same mistake. So that's something I've learnt through my run coach, to try and, you know, place real value on being really disciplined at the start of my session.
Look, because the thing, I try to communicate that to my community. At the start, sometimes even you know yourself, don't go too hard. Go, obviously not too easy, but don't go too hard in the first. But somehow, man, the adrenaline you feel in the first, when you're on the line, you forgot everything. It happened to me sometimes, like, and then I get to the ski again and already fatigued, right? It's like, man, fuck, you have to slow down. But no matter how, like, guys, for those that already did the races in the Hyrox, don't go too hard on the first run, because what happens is you not just burn out yourselves, and then you go to the ski and obviously it's another aerobic movement, let's say like that, when you want to increase your heart rate. So if you already puff and you get there and you still doing the ski, that's it. probably it will be too hard to recover from there. So that's why it's very important when you do the interval trainings on the running. Try to learn that and apply that. It doesn't matter if you feel the fittest man on earth, but you have to control that part. Otherwise, believe me, it will affect your race and results at the end, just because of that little bit. But yeah, so let me tell you something. So we're coming to the end of the podcast, guys. I'm so happy to have Pat here, our first guest. But before, you getting ready for the Worlds in Stockholm.
Yeah.
Right? It's next week, actually.
We leave next Monday, and then we compete on the 20th of June. So I think we're 12 days from today.
Yeah. So how's it going with that? How you feel?
Yeah, good. It's been really, like, I got a run coach and he's my doubles partner, which is cool. He's very knowledgeable. He's doing a PhD in coaching. He's a physio and he's a former Gaelic footballer back home. So it's been...
Tall guy.
It's been really uncomfortable, actually, because we're getting closer to Worlds, but my training's pulled back so much. And we've just focused on, if run days are a run day, we just run. Yeah. And if strength day is a strength day, that's all we do. So I'm used to doing a session in the morning and then a session. So
I saw him training here. Sometimes just doing stretch and stuff like that. And for me, I'd never tell you this, but I saw it's like, okay, it's different.
Yeah.
He changed a little bit the game, because every single time, as I said before, he comes and he gives 100%, and then he goes for a run and this and that. But that's one of the things we telling you guys, like, you have to learn also to change a little bit. We're learning in that. So how's that going for you now that you slow down with your hard training, so you separate the trainings?
Yeah, it's uncomfortable, if I'm honest. It's just because training hard gives my mind so much clarity and enjoyment, and it's like, I say, it's my medicine, getting up and training really hard. So it's actually like really, really strange, but my Hyrox, I've actually had to sacrifice some of my enjoyment for training hard every day to try and become a better athlete, sort of thing. So it's uncomfortable, but it's also, I really enjoy the self-discipline of it, because I'm sacrificing something I really enjoy to focus on something to try and get a better result. And that's where it can be a bit tricky with like Hyrox and your times and enjoyment. And, you have to find, because we put a bit much pressure on ourselves and that. But I've loved the process. I've loved the block we've done beforehand, although it was really uncomfortable for the first 3 weeks, not training in the morning, just doing one session per day. But it's made Worlds feel special and something different, not just another Hyrox. Whereas if I didn't change my training as much, I think it would have just felt like another Hyrox. It would have been just, and I love Hyrox. It's so much fun. Wherever it is, the city, the people you go with, the community.
It's all a full package, guys. That's why I love Hyrox as well, because you have the opportunity to travel around. Yep. And then you meet people and you go with your community as well. But sorry, I have to mention that.
No, it is, and that's why this feels special. Like my partner and my run coach, he's my wife's PT as well.
Oh, so really?
That's really cool. That's how I met him. So, and it's got her into Hyrox, which makes me really happy, because she's always telling me that I'm obsessive and a bit much. So now she's like running 10Ks on a Saturday morning. So
wow.
It's just like what you were talking about before, encouraging people. Like, my wife was one of those ladies that said, I don't like running, I don't want to run. And now she says to me, should I be doing 3 runs a week or just 2? And I'm like,
change. It's a lifestyle change.
It's a lifestyle. And like, we're in our mid-40s and we're trying to get better. And it doesn't matter. This is what I always say too. No one cares about your Hyrox time but you. Like, your friends all want you to do good because they're your friends and they love you, but they're not judging you if you get 105 or 102. It doesn't bother them, but like, you're your harshest critic. And that's important to know, because everyone just wants you to do well for you. And you're the one that's hung up on your time. So for me, the process is really important about the training I do to get there. And I know the block I've done for Worlds it's been less than normal, but our times have been getting better.
Yeah,
so
nice.
Even if we went over there, like it's in Stockholm, obviously, and I don't perform well, I'm really happy with the path I'm on. And I believe this training is working. Nice. But just because you've done the work and trained well, you still got to go over there and put it into practice. And that's hard, because you got to get the nutrition right before you start. You got to get the rest right. And I think at Worlds, the pressure, you got to like be disciplined in them first 3 stations, first 3 runs. And, you know, you got to execute all your changes, and I'm sure the judging will be tougher there. So
yeah, because it's the Worlds, guys. It's the final event after a season, let's say like that, and all the best around the world are there, basically.
Yeah.
So Pat is one of them.
Yeah, very cool.
But look, and as we say, it's funny because it sounds easy and simple, the structure, A station, A case. But when you start talking about all this, man, you see how complex actually Hyrox is.
Yeah.
How hard sometimes could be, especially when you take that serious and that level. It's not just about the race, guys. It's how Pat says. You have to focus on your nutrition before, especially particularly before the main event, right? The sleep, the environment. If you travel, because he's going to Europe, the time changes, all that stuff. It kind of affect, believe it or not. So you have to get there early, see what to eat, where, you know, all that stuff is part of it, because it's not just go and run.
Yeah.
If you didn't eat good enough, but it's all related, all part of the package, and then you have to work in a strategy as well. That's my next question, and we're almost there, guys. Don't worry. Now, you're doing Steve, right?
Yep.
He's Hispanic. He's doing the men's double over there, representing Australia and Herzel. How is you work, or you have any plan with Steve, or how you gonna work on that, or you don't want to mention here? Don't worry, you're gonna.
No, yeah, like I think Stephen's definitely a naturally better runner than I am, and I think because of my experience, I'm naturally a little bit better on the stations. I think to get a better Hyrox, like it's the running is about, I think somewhere between 55 and 60% of the whole.
Yeah.
So for me, this is only the second one we've ever done together, but my focus has been on running and trying to run better compromised. And in Melbourne, Stephen started them all and I finished them. And then towards the end of the race, I was just falling back too far behind. So this time we've changed it up, and I'm starting the station and he's going to finish to try and help my running. Yeah, and even with our training, we've trained a lot more together, and he sort of leads me on the run and then helps me to go around him. So I think we've used his running strengths to help me become a better runner, and even to get better times at training. And same with the stations, like I've got some better techniques or more experience, I've helped him. So it's been just really good, the process of like two people helping each other with their strengths to be better. And understanding, because it was his first Hyrox down in Melbourne, so I was just thinking, is this guy going to be strong enough, like, or not? But I found out at about run 7, I'm like, oh shit, he's a bit stronger than me.
I hope one day I bring him here to the podcast, or maybe you two after the Worlds. I was very happy to have you both. Like that, you can actually see him. He's tall. He's
tall and athletic.
But why I'm asking these guys, because it's very important. Again, it's not simple race. Like especially when you do the doubles, right? You have to, or even solo, you have to have a plan. Because if you don't have a plan, guys, it's very easy you say, I'll go with the flow, but maybe you smash the first 3 exercises and then you're gone if you don't have a pattern or you have a strategy. And that's one of the things I learned.
I've only done one pro singles, was last year at Sydney, and I remember I was on the ski erg and I was thinking to myself, like, this is boring, because I was going that slow. And I just knew I didn't want to blow up early, and I actually felt really good in that whole race, except for the farmer carries. Like I put them down and thought, oh man, I might be able to finish this. But pacing is everything, and there's like 3 different pacings. Like for an individual, is so much different to a doubles, because obviously you're getting half the station's rest. And then for a relay, like it's only 2 runs, 2 stations, it should be the easiest. It can be the worst, because I mean, sometimes you run and after 500 metres, it's like, wow, I do okay at training all the time, but like I'm gone. And then you've got another 500 metres to go and then the station. So the relays are actually like intense.
I learned that, guys, we did the relay in Perth last year. It will be a year now.
Yeah.
And I never done relay before. And this is something I want to share, guys. For me, it was like 2 stations, 2 runs, right? Man,
easy.
We had a chance. Like, obviously, we like to push. I think the team we built by then, we'd like to be very competitive. And our goal was to do under 1 hour. Guys, this is my experience. Pat will tell us his, but you see everyone running like crazy, right? It's like, we talked before the race, we have to give 100%. Okay, no problem. I did my first run. And I finished I was just with another 3 guys, and I was like, man, I can't be that fast, right? I'm with these guys, the top elites. I was Penny, somewhere else in there. and I thought I missed a lap. Fuck, I fuck it up.
We thought he missed a lap too. He was that fast. We're like, oh, what's he doing? He's missed a lap.
But yeah, I was talking to myself, man, I can't go back. So fuck it. If we got penalty, that's it, no problem. But just let's keep pushing. And I get to the station, it's like push, and I was pushing hard, no stop. I was like, fuck, I have to give, because one of the things, it's not, you don't just do for you do for the team.
Yeah,
you don't let, it's more about, I don't want to let these guys down, makes sense? I have to do for them, and it's an extra energy. Anyway, I was pushing, man. When I finished that, I tried to run, my legs were shaking. And I see the guy in front of me, and so I was shaking. It's like, okay, good, it's not us. But my mentality is like, no stop, just fuck it, let's keep going. And it took me like maybe 5-10 meters, and my legs, it kind of, got it back, and then just finished the session. By then, we didn't know if I missed a lap or no, but then the others start running, and it's just fascinating me because it's exciting.
Exhilarating, maybe?
Exhilarating, but you get very tired. You give you 100%, guys. It's totally different when you do by yourself.
Yeah.
But Patrick also, he was like, man, this guy missed a lap. Yeah. What was your thoughts on that? Sorry,
this guy's an idiot. He's missed a lap on us. He's too fast. And even when the race finished, we were like, saying, Jimmy, he missed a lap. He's like, no, he didn't know. He said, yes, he did.
But you know what is funny? Let me tell you, because he said that, but I come to where everyone is like, don't worry, you did good. Don't worry, it's so good. He didn't say nothing. He's like, team player. And I was feeling very shit, like, fuck, I missed one lap. But
because when you're in the event, like if you're doing a relay and someone did miss a lap or do something, you can't do nothing about it. You just got to finish it off.
Yeah. And then this guy killed it. Which sessions did they?
I did the ergs that day.
The ergs, man, that's the crazy one. Anyway, we finished a good time. We did 58 minutes in that one. I didn't miss a lap, guys. So it's actually I run that
very fast.
After the next day, my legs were gone, man, and I actually get sick. I come back from Perth, I get very sick. But yeah, so the other two were Mamon and Pablo. We did 58 minutes. I think was for me one of the greatest experience so far in the Hyrox.
Yeah, I relay. It was really good.
I have the chance to do it again. We're gonna do on Sydney relay again. So see how we go, guys. Okay. But yeah, so just to finish with that. Sorry, we missed a little bit.
All good.
What do you expect from Stockholm? Do you have any goal? Do you have any?
No, just like I try not to get too fixed on a goal or a certain outcome, because there's a chance you go there and you do beat it, and there's a chance you don't. But we would like to beat our Melbourne time. We believe our training's better than our Melbourne time, but just the goal has been to train really well and intentionally before it to go over there and give it our best.
Yeah.
Exactly. Obviously learn a little bit, but yeah, that's it. I don't want to put too many expectations on it. And we'd like to execute a good race. Yeah. We don't expect to be perfect, but we want to be clean in our changes. We want to, we want to do things correctly and yeah.
Yeah, I think I always think like the training is the hard part is the training, the preparation. Let's say 3 months, and the rest is the result. So I think when you are there, obviously your body will give what you've been preparing for.
Correct.
And then with no need, obviously you will give 100%, but I also like to it's not that I don't set goals when I do the race, because sometimes it becomes not good, you know what I mean?
That's right.
But if I knew I have a good training and I know I did my best in the race, the result could be better or almost the same, but I know that's a good time, you know what I mean? Because I did what it's supposed to be. When I don't train good enough, obviously you already start losing, because you're like, fuck, I don't know how it will go. And I think it's by the pressure, but let me tell you, like, regardless of the results you will get in the Stockholm, man, I've been, not just me, like all of us, we've been seeing you training really hard and doing the best this season. So we know that you will do your best.
Appreciate
we
it.
know that for the fact, and we wish you good luck, man.
Thank
all
you.
the best. Enjoy, of course. Have a good time, and bring another flag, bro. It's not pressure, but
we'll do our best. We promise.
Yeah, but man, do you want to share any other experience, any cue for the young generations?
I think I'd just like to say about touch on what you're talking about. I think the training process is the most important thing. The competition's the reward for your training, and I think sometimes we can get too focused, especially with social media, on looking at the elites and how good they are, and most of us can't be what they are because they're the freaks and they're the top 0.001%. So yeah, enjoy your training and how hard you can train. The work you do in training shows up on the game day most of the time, and that's all you can do. So
yeah,
that always gives me good comfort. The training is the most important part of the process, and enjoying the hard days and the easy days, and learning to love that.
Yeah, man. We're so proud of you to go to Stockholm. Next year, hopefully, we go not together to the next event, the Worlds. We don't know yet what it's gonna be, but that's the goal, guys. And look, I'm so happy to have Pat Gibson for the first chapter second chapter of this project, guys. This project is to share that experiences like that. You can take some notes and get some information for actually our journeys, because it is not easy. And as we understood from this podcast, we learn through the process, right? And maybe you can take notes of this and don't make the same mistakes. And that's why we're doing this stuff, and also try to motivate more of you guys to do not just Hyrox, like any sport. But so proud to have you here, man.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity. Hopefully, when you come back from Stockholm, we give one more to go with Steven.
Perfect.
And hopefully you bring the flag. Otherwise, we keep training hard. And just the last question: what is after Stockholm?
I'm hopefully some more. I'm actually I go up in age group, so I'm in the 45 to 49 as of June 20. So that's exciting. I've got some doubles partners who we go up in age groups. So hopefully I can keep competing.
I'm up in group 2, guys.
Perfect.
40. No, 40. But I will let you know which group of age. But I don't know if it make it easier or harder, man.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's a scary thing.
Because it's getting big and it's just harder and harder. But it's extra motivation. But guys, thank you so much for watching Athletes with Hunger. I hope you like this episode. Please like and share. I would really appreciate it to help us to grow and bring more content for you. Please share good luck to Pat. Do you want to give you social media, or I'll put it down there?
That's okay.
It's all good, no worries.
Thank you.
But yeah, guys, give some love. And if you have any questions, comment on down below, and we're happy to answer, guys. For now, thank you so much. Thank you, Pat.
Thank you.
Good luck. I'll see you later.
Appreciate it.
See you, guys. See you in the next one. Bye.